Yo, it's Brian here. Today, talking about the San Francisco 49ers. As always, talking about the undrafted free agents that we got post-draft. These are players that did not get picked on draft day, so they had to sign with any team that they wanted to. Luckily, these guys, they signed with the 49ers. Looking at their tape for the most part, I'm liking what they did in this whole undrafted period. A lot of teams would just be like, whatever for this whole thing, but the 49ers, John Lynch, Kyle Shanahan, the front office, they've been able to do a very good job on finding undrafted players. I mean, you look at the history in their tenure together, Matt Breida, Nick Mullins, Kendrick Bourne. I thought these are pretty great undrafted free agents. These guys, they can shine as well for us. Should be an exciting time. Hope you guys do enjoy this video. I was going to have this video out on Saturday, but going to be posting it today on a Sunday. Sorry for that. I know, right? Not posting videos on time, right? That's a common theme for you. It is what it is. Other things have happened in life, so, didn't have a chance to get to it on Saturday. Going to get the video started, but before I do, please like and subscribe. That's going to definitely help me out a lot. Click that bell notification to get notified of future videos. Share the channel, share this content with a lot of faithfuls. Let's get this started. 49ers undrafted free agents, ones that I really like and have a very good chance of making the roster. I won't be talking about every single undrafted free agent. Time to talk about the undrafted free agents that the 49ers got in this period. Got a couple of guys already that's getting paid guaranteed money, according to NBC Sports' Matt Mchale. He is a pretty credible guy in terms of everything San Francisco 49ers and all Bay Area sports teams. These guys in particular that got signed with the 49ers, they got guaranteed contracts. Darian Daniel from Nebraska, defensive tackle, he got $105,000 guaranteed. Chris Finke, $95,000 guaranteed from Notre Dame. Running back Mchale Hasty, $90,000 from Baylor. DeMarcus A., defensive back, $60,000, and running back Alvin, Ahmed, $50,000 guaranteed. For the most part of these guys, they have a very good chance of making the roster. Daniel probably has the best chance according to this website just because he plays DJ Jones' position and nose tackle. We could always use some help at that. Also, depth at defensive line, no question at all. We always could use some help. We need to have that dominant defensive line that dominated in 2019, repeated to 2020. Chris Finke, a very interesting case, getting paid very good money for an undrafted free agent wide receiver. We have a couple of guys right now. We just drafted Brandon Ayuk from Arizona State. Deebo Samuel's still on our roster. I guess he's going to be groomed long term. He can also compete for the return spot along with Dante Pettis and others. So he's a viable guy to look forward to as a wide receiver. With our shaky receiver position, anybody can make the roster. Anybody can make an impact, hopefully for the 49ers, and we can see if Finke is a great guy for that. Running back Mchale Hasty, this is the guy I'm excited for the most part in this whole undrafted period because running backs, they have a lot of success in Kyle Shanahan / Bobby Turner's system. Got to give him a lot of credit to that. Hasty, he fits the mold almost perfectly, I would say. A lot of people are comparing him to Marshawn Lynch, which is a pretty good comparison, I would say. For me personally, I'm looking at him. He does everything, versatile guy. He's the guy that can run the ball, catch the ball out of the backfield, and he really can catch the ball out of the backfield. It's not just one of those quick screens and whatever you want to call it. He's actually running routes and doing a really good job at that. He played with Matt Rule and Baylor. I expect great things from him if he does make it to the roster. I believe he will, and he can compete with the other guys that are currently on our team right now. Running back position, it's very difficult to keep everybody as much as possible with the limited roster spots, but with 55 members on the roster now instead of 53, well, technically 54 because one has to be an offensive lineman, I believe, he can have a really good chance of making the roster. I'm a big fan of his, looking at his tape from Baylor. Hopefully he makes an impact for the 49ers in training camp. DeMarcus A. from Missouri, I think that's the school he came from, looking pretty good as well. We could use some help at defensive back position. This is pretty much the only guy that we look forward to, whether it's free agency or the draft, anything like that to address the defensive back position. We can see if he can compete for a spot as well. We also have other players that are on the rise for the 49ers, I would say. Long term, you got Marcel Harris. You also got Tim Harris that was drafted in the 7th round last year. He could make an impact as well. We have a lot of shaking up to do with that. The only guy that I can see is the most viable defensive back in terms of the quarterback position is really Richard Sherman. Other than that, that second spot opposite to him is wide open. I'd still say Emmanuel Mosley, but anything can happen within that position. It's been shaky for the past couple of games in 2019. Hopefully they can do really well. Jaquaski Chart, Jimmy Ward, they're pretty set on the safety position. But yeah, he's the only guy that we addressed in the defensive back position. We'll see if he can make an impact. Running back Salvin Ahmed, he is another running back for the 49ers. They can use anybody in terms of that position. They can make anybody look good. They can make anybody effective in their system. I expect great things from him potentially if he is with the team. Mchale Hasty, I can't say his name. I'm really bad with names. People don't judge me on that. But Hasty from Baylor, I'm high on him the most out of any of the undrafted free agents. Daniel, he could be a big fit for our defensive lines. These guys, they look like they can be impact players. I believe they can be. Undrafted free agents, we don't really take them seriously. But with John Lynch and Kyle Shanahan, if they give you an opportunity, make the most of it because because they have a lot of hopes for you, and you can potentially make the roster, which a lot of people in the past couple of years with them as the general manager coach tandem, they have made the roster for this team and done really well for the 49ers. That's pretty much it, you guys. There's other undrafted free agents to talk about, but for the most part, these 5 guys, they're really the top guys to have a really good chance of making the roster. But Mchale Hasty from Baylor, that is my guy, potentially to be the top dude that comes out of this whole undrafted period for the 49ers. We'll see what happens then. It's a pretty quick video right here, and everybody has a chance to make this roster. I believe these guys, if they do make the roster, they will make an impact for the 49ers with a good coaching staff that we have. Please let me know what you guys are excited for the undrafted free agents. Which players are you looking forward to see in this whole training camp period and potentially regular season? I like what you have to say in the comments below. If you guys like this, please like and subscribe. That's going to help me out a lot. I'll be catching you guys up tomorrow on a Monday. I'll see y'all then. Bye, guys. Love y'all. Y'all have a great rest of your weekend. Go Niners all day. Hot boys.